Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my August favorites. I cannot believe that it's the end of my summer because my summer ends as soon as the kids go back to school. That's kind of how it works for me. And I just had the best summer ever. You'll see for August that I really don't have too much makeup. I was literally just living my life, enjoying myself. We took pretty much all our holidays in August. And we've just been back to back on the go. So if you've followed me on Instagram stories, you know, like I have not been home. But I've done some reading, which is always exciting. So I have books, lifestyle, because that has been my August, and then a little bit of makeup and stuff sprinkled in because obviously that is my absolute love. We will start off with the makeup, go into the random stuff. It's going to be a good monthly favorite. So I hope you guys are relaxed, enjoying yourself, have a snack, drink, have some time for yourself, lay back, enjoy. I'm going to share with you my August faves. So August apparently was the month of concealer because so many have dropped. I've only been able to test one so far, and I have two more that I'm currently either waiting for or currently testing. So I didn't want to give my full thoughts on those yet. I'm sure you can guess the three concealers that I have on the go. This is the first one I tried, and I don't know how the other ones are going to beat this once I compare them, but this is the new Makeup by Cheryl concealer. This concealer is something special. I could see how he spent so much time creating this concealer. Ooh, it's actually made in Canada. I did not know that. Nice little made in Canada concealer. Anyways, this is the Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer. I got mine in the shade 240 because they said this one, and I think it was 260, matches 120, which is my Surreal Skin Foundation shade. So that's why I went with this color, and it is perfect. I did a little video, a short video for this for my initial review, and then I showed this in another review for long form content. Depending on what you watch, I wanted to show this in both kinds of videos, and this does everything it claims. It is probably the most lifting and youthful looking concealer I've personally used. The dry down of this is not overly fast, but still, because it's a self-setting, I feel like you do need to work a little bit quickly with this. I don't feel like because of that it looks drying in the slightest or not a youthful look. It is very beautiful underneath the eyes. And this is probably my favorite product that Makeup by Cheryl has done. And for concealer, this might actually be my number one now that I've ever tried. That's how much I've been loving this concealer. And I have a couple products in this video that I feel like are holy grails that have taken out my first place spot. This concealer being one of them, and I have another product to share with you later on that took something out that I didn't think would ever change. So it was a very special month for makeup for me, for releases, for just products that I was checking out. And I just am so happy with this concealer. I think so many people are gonna love this, and I think he smashed the formula out of the park with this concealer. It is special. There's something special about this concealer that I have never personally used in another concealer with how it makes my eye look. And I've used this next to other concealers of mine, and it just truly knocks them all out. It is that good to me. I highly recommend checking it out. It gives a good amount of coverage while remaining natural looking underneath the eyes. It's not full on full coverage. It gives enough to make it look like you are perfectly covered, if that makes sense. It's just so good. I want more people to try this if you haven't already, just because of how much I personally love it. So I wanted to start off here, and I will be testing out a ton of the popular concealers and letting you know how those kind of compare as well. But this was the first one I tried out, and genuinely best concealer I've ever used. However, I'm not wearing it in this video because I am trying out some more. So if you like my concealer in this video, leave a comment down below and I'll let you know what it is. With concealer came a couple brushes, and I'm just gonna mention another one just because all the brushes at once, but I did pick up the F5 from Makeup by Cheryl as well, and it's a beautiful concealer brush. And I actually would probably recommend it over the Hourglass, which I was gonna mention I loved as well, because I picked this one after, and it's just cheaper. I feel it's a little less dense and it's smaller, so I feel like it's better for my under eye area. If you have a little bit more to cover, maybe you'd want a bigger one, or if you're using it on your face, you might go for this one. However, I think the Makeup by Cheryl is sufficient, and for the price, I would just recommend this one. This one feels more luxe though. The Hourglass, like, it has some weight to it. This one is just a lightweight Really nice concealer brush that I would recommend. I think it pairs perfectly with that Makeup by Cheryl one, and I've just been always reaching for it with that concealer. And then I picked up a dual-ended brush, also from Makeup by Cheryl. It's like a Makeup by Cheryl love video right now. Didn't intend for that, but I did pick up a bunch of his products this past month. I love dual-ended brushes. I love this one. It's the F2, and it's been on my list for a while. I just haven't picked it up, but it's just been getting my powder done quickly. I can do underneath my eyes, all over the face. I even been doing bronzer with this. I've just been doing a bunch of different things with this brush, and it just gets my everyday makeup done quickly because I flip sides. I love a dual-ended brush. This concealer brush put two ends, even if it was the same end on both sides, I would love that. I personally would have loved that. But I understand how you'd want like two separate ones. Maybe a bigger one, slightly bigger and a smaller. That would be good. Like the F4 on one end and then the concealer brush on the other. That would have been really nice. My lip combo. Okay. I'm wearing this now, but this was because of Rochelle, Glow by Diamond on Instagram. I love this. I love both products. I already knew I loved the formula of the Anastasia lip liners. And this is in the shade Auburn. I'm wearing it now. Sometimes I use it more defined so you can see the lip liner more. This time I blended it in a bit, but it's a beautiful reddish brown. And then I also picked up the Kosas Wet Stick in Malibu, and it's just the most beautiful glossy looking lipstick. The only thing, you have to reapply this often, so I'm gonna run out of this so quickly, but I love the finish it gives the lips. So I know I've been wearing this in videos. Everyone asks me what it is. It's because of Rochelle. Pick this up. Credit to her for this, but I have personally been loving it as well. I saw it on her and I'm like, I need what you're wearing. It looks so good. And then I have some other random products. Well, not too random, but I have a mascara, and this one caught me off guard. This from Benefit Cosmetics is my favorite mascara they have launched to date. It is the FanFest mascara, and I love that it has this scoop to it, which is like the Tower 28 that I love, and a bunch of other mascaras that I've just been loving recently that have that design because it really cups my lashes, helps with the lift. This does give a fanned out look. Like, I've never used a mascara quite like this formula either because it truly does help just separate the lashes and give that kind of winged out look, which I personally really like. And I don't even feel like I need to wear lashes with this. So I've been using this on a daily as a daily wear mascara. It's just been really nice. So if you've been curious about this one, my favorite one that Benefit has done. It is that good. An oldie but a goodie that I have been using is this Kylie Cosmetics, the Bronze palette. Mine is really dirty and beat up because I use this like every day. So the color that I use the most is Unmatched. I'm pretty deep in this and I love that as my everyday crease color. It's literally my perfect color for every day. So if you ever see like a basic look, it's always Unmatched from the Bronze palette. And I know her shimmer formula kind of gets knocked. I don't use them that much, to be honest, but the matte formula is incredible and it's mostly matte in this palette. I just use this so much and I love how tiny it is, how travel friendly. It's the perfect brown in it. I reach for it because of Unmatched, but the other ones are really pretty too and I love the formula. So if you like the color story, I think you'd be really happy with this. And then we have 3 blushes, 2 creams, 1 powder, and the powder is from Give Beauty and it is in Stars Aligned. It's the Feeling Cheeky duo, and I love this because it's this peachy bronze color, which I don't personally have anything this color in my collection. It's reminiscent to me of MAC Warm Soul, but more peach, because that one pulls more pink on me. This one has that perfect sort of peachy warmth to it that I feel like looks really good when I'm tan. So that's why I've been reaching for this in the summer, and it does have sheen to it. So I don't feel like it accentuates my texture personally, but it does not have like a matte finish whatsoever. I skip highlight when I wear this and I just love the glow it gives my skin. So I've been using this often just as my daily wear blush. But if I want a little bit more color, I have 2 creams. I discovered this one when I was picking out colors for my strawberry makeup tutorial, and I was just trying out the look and using different products, seeing what I liked, and I fell in love with this color. And I knew I already liked the formula, but this color is so beautiful. It's from Milk Makeup. It's one of their lip and cheek sticks in the shade Flip. It's a super vibrant blush shade. It almost looks red, but it pulls pink. It's like the perfect in-between. I thought strawberry as soon as I saw this. I'm like, this is the perfect color. And don't be intimidated by it because it's just so natural looking. I feel like this is how I would flush. So that's why it looks so natural on my skin. And I just really love the color and the formula of these. So I had to mention that because it's reminiscent of my House Labs Blush and Watermelon Bliss, but like a cream version. That's even more vibrant, but so good as a base. If you didn't see my strawberry makeup look, I fell in love with that color. And then I also use this in a tutorial. It's from Nude Sticks. It's one of their new Nudies Matte and Glow Core products. And this, you can't see the core too much, the shine of it, because it's all kind of blended in. But when you put it on the skin, it gives such a beautiful sheen. Like that glow core comes through and it's not matte. It just stays kind of dewy on the skin. I'm wearing that color today. It is so pretty. I love this just as is, but you can see kind of that middle gets messed up when you use it. But it's still there. It's still consistent. I just have to kind of clean off the center, I guess, because it does go over top, but it comes right back. So it's there. It just, you mix it all together. So it becomes that color. And it's just a perfect rosy blush for the skin, which I just feel is perfect for every day. And the formula of Nude Sticks is just so nice on how it can go over top of a fully set face like today. And I just can bring back that glow if I want to bring it back. For what took over a spot that I didn't think would ever get replaced because of how much I love that product. I'm talking about my setting spray category. And this took the place of Charlotte Tilbury, believe it or not. It is the Cali Ray Surf Proof Setting Spray. And I mentioned last month how much I like this product in the sample that I got. I went back for the full size. I have to mention this again in another video, my next month's video, because of how much I love it. And I don't typically like to repeat products, but I had to let you know that this replaced Charlotte Tilbury for me, which is, I don't know. I didn't think it would happen, quite honestly, because that was perfection. But this is better for my dry skin, I feel like. And it also locks in your makeup so incredibly well. But the difference for this is it is a little more lightweight in my experience, and it just gives the overall finish of my foundation, powder, everything to look more natural on my skin. Is the best way I can describe it, is that my skin looks even more like skin and is locked down, but it remains that natural finish. It is the perfect finish, super fine mist. I love even how this smells a little bit, maybe coconut, I don't know. I didn't even set my face today because I just wanted to experience it with you guys, but it's so, so good. I cannot recommend this enough. If you've not tried this, please, please do. If you thought Charlotte Tilbury had a little bit of a gripping aloe lockdown feel, you didn't like how sticky it was maybe, which doesn't personally bother me, I think you would like this more because it's more lightweight. And it just is better for those of us with normal to dry skin, I'd say. So definitely check this out if you haven't already. A love, truly a love. I'm so happy that I decided to try that out. 3 fragrances. Yes, you heard that correctly. And then we're moving on to lifestyle and books, or books then lifestyle. We'll see where I go. I think lifestyle then books, because my books, I'm going to go on and on about those too. So for fragrance, I have 3 here to mention. The first one is the Dior Hypnotic Poison, and this was the most recommended fragrance from you guys for me to try out for years. And I picked this up because I was working with fragrance.com again in a sponsored video. This video is not sponsored, but I was working with them in a video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. And I just blind bought a whole bunch of fragrances from their site. And this was one of them because I knew I wanted to try it because of you guys. So that is what influenced me for this. And it is so beautiful. You know me so well. And it makes me so happy that we're on this same page. We just get each other. And you get me. And it makes me so, so happy. I'm like getting emotional about this. This is going to be forever just what I think about for you guys. I don't know why. I just linked it to that now. As I get randomly emotional. This has a beautiful cola note, and I didn't realize how much I like the smell of cola stuff. And then you were giving me even more recommendations for that. So now this is down a whole nother path for me of discovering more cola fragrances, because I totally get like a Coca-Cola vibe when I initially spray this. But this has a beautiful almond vanilla base, and I feel like I'm pulling a lot of that when I get cola. That is what I smell in this, and truly it is a me fragrance. So thank you so much for this recommendation. It's the Eau de Toilette as well. I love it. I love it so much. So had to mention that for my first fragrance. This is a recent one that came out this year, and I did a short video on this as well. It's the Burberry Goddess. This is the EDP. And I love this because it is a lighter vanilla. It still has this really clean, not clean. I don't even know how to describe it. It's a lighter vanilla. It's not heavy in the slightest. I mentioned how I thought this was a combination of Valentino Donna Born in Roma mixed with a little bit of YSL Libra. And I'm only talking about the vanilla lavender, not the heaviness of it, because this is light like Valentino is how I would compare it. So I wanted to clarify that, because it's not heavy in the slightest. But I get that vanilla lavender vibe that I also get in YSL Libra, if you like that. So it's kind of mixed, but lighter. And it's so pretty. So had to give that a little shout out. And this is my most recent one. And I picked this up from Sol de Janeiro. And I love how unique this is to their fragrance mist that they have. It's After Hours. And this is so good and truly like a deeper scent. But for these kind of scents, I like that it's in one of these kind of mists, because it doesn't wear heavy like some fragrances that smell like this. I was comparing this to Viktor and Ralph Flower Bomb without the patchouli is what I get. And I can totally see also YSL Black Opium, because a lot of people are saying that as well, but lighter. But it still has that potency. When you initially spray this, you're like, whoa, that's Sol de Janeiro. And yeah, they did something unique with this, and I think it's truly special for their brand. I love how they took this fragrance and made it into a fragrance mist and have those really rich elements to it, but still making it wearable like Sol de Janeiro does. So really happy with this one. And then we're gonna move on to my lifestyle section, because that's all my beauty, which is dropping stuff, which is surprisingly more than what I thought I'd be mentioning, considering I've been away so much. But while being away and camping, just having family time, lots of family time this August. Everyone's born in August, I swear, on Charles' side of the family. So we have lots of parties, lots of family time, and we've been playing a lot of Catan, which looks like this. I'm sure you've all seen and heard about this. I feel like it's the entryway board game to so many things. However, I've played board games for so long. This isn't my gateway to board games. I'm just a big gamer in general, video games, board games. I love games. Play a game with me and I'm happy. Let's do our makeup to have a board game night together and we'd be best friends. Anyways, so we've been playing Catan, and then that's the basic game of it, and we also got the expansion this month. So we got Seafarers. I know there's a ton of other expansions as well, but this kind of added like another extra element to the game that made it really fun. So I'm not going to go on and on about this. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, but definitely look it up if you're interested in board games. This is just fun because it's interactive and I get to play. I love being able to play and not sit out. This has a lot of elements where I can think of what to do. You get to interact with everyone you're playing with by trading and all kinds of stuff. So I feel like it's a perfect family game, even though I'm so competitive that it can be a problem sometimes, if you ask my husband. I just like when people try to win, you know? Even if I lose, just try and win. Those are the games. Literally want to play that every night, but sometimes it takes us hours to get through a game, especially since we're adding like these expansions. If there's another expansion you recommend me trying out, I'd love to know. So let me know your favorites or any other games for that matter. And then for books, finally finished the last book. It's not in the series, but right now that they have out in the Crescent City series. The next book comes out in January. I've already pre-ordered it. When I finished this book, my jaw dropped because if you read the same books as me and you read this, you know why I'm saying this, but I do not want to spoil this at all for anyone who are reading that series because of me, but jaw dropped on floor. I cannot wait for the 4th novel. And speaking of the number 4, we have Fourth Wing. Very lovely entry point for this. And this is also a fantasy, which is like the Crescent City series. I've gone on about the initial books of that, so I didn't want to spend too much time talking about the last one, but this is the new thing, the new world that I am immersed in right now, and the next book of this comes out in November. It is pre-ordered as well. So if you want to read just any book right now, this is the one I'm going to recommend to you. My mom recommended this to me. It is getting such amazing reviews on Goodreads. I mentioned this last month that I was going to be reading this, and I am addicted to this world. It is amazing setup, characters, setting, everything about it. This whole fantasy is everything I could want in a book, and I'm so happy there's going to be continued series for this. So love the concept, love the idea. Such a good book. Please pick it up and read it. Even if you don't like fantasy, you would like this book. I think one of you told me it's going to be this generation's Harry Potter. I can totally see that. It is that good to me. It is so good. So please check that out. If you have not heard about Fourth Wing, read up the reviews, read up a little bit about it. Again, I don't like to go into too much detail about books, just mentioning what I like. But if you're into fantasy or not, you would love that book. I'm telling you, not even into fantasy, you're going to love it. This video got me so excited. I was so excited about everything. Anyways, I'm so sad it came to an end because all the things I was talking about were just, I don't know. It was a good month, even though I didn't get into too much makeup, but I just had such a good summer, and it's just a really nice way to end August for me is with this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe find some things you want to check out. And as always, if there's anything you want to recommend to me, I love to know your recommendations because apparently you get me emotional with your recommendations. So thank you so much for all the support. And if you've not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.